how important is Obama's problem with Jewish voters? Rachel, I ask you to consider this initially, particularly because he has got to perform at average levels for Democrats among groups like Jews. Can he do it?
Absolutely. This race is going to be tight no matter what. Nobody, I think, can seriously predict from this point out with any confidence this is going to be a blowout, and you can take any Democratic or any Republican constituency for granted. The fight is going to be over the voters in the middle, not the reliable voters on either side. I mean, I do think it matters that Barack Obama has said that he doesn't agree with Jimmy Carter's decision and that he's not in favor of Carter meeting with Hamas. But there certainly the case has been made against Obama and Jewish voters, and he's going to have some ground to make up there, big time.
I don't know. Joe Scarborough, I think he's potentially missing an opportunity here. If you've got a problem with Jewish voters who think that you might be sympathetic to the Palestinian cause, for instance, not strong enough behind Israel, when you have a former president who has all but endorsed you planning to meet with Hamas, that you may want to seize that and say, you know what? He is the former president, but I just think that's dead wrong, and he shouldn't do it, and he won't be at the convention if he does. Do you think he needs to take a stand like that, particularly for Jews in a state like Florida?
Yeah, David, you sound like a great political consultant here, but once again, I think you have Barack Obama being too cerebral for his own good. You're exactly right. Now's an opportunity for Barack Obama to link up with Jewish voters who don't trust him. A lot of Jewish voters don't trust him. That's one part of his problem. The second part of his problem is George W. Bush lost a lot of Jewish voters for cultural reasons. They were scared of him because they thought he was a religious right-wing fanatic. John McCain's not going to have that problem this fall. He's very pro-Israel. Barack Obama's loyalty to Israel has been questioned because he wants to hold direct talks with Iran. And David, as you know, there just aren't a lot of issues more important to AIPAC and the American Jewish community than issues like Iran and whether you're going to confront Iran or not.
Joe, do you really think that the John Hagee and Rod Parsley endorsements don't have an effect on Jewish voters looking at John McCain? I mean, talk about the whacked out fringe of the right-wing religious, of the religious right. I mean, John Hagee makes a plausible case that the Jews need to be raptured in order for him to get what he wants as a Christian.
Well,
and John McCain sides shoulder to shoulder with him.
I understand your point. Here's the issue that Barack Obama has facing him. Unlike Hillary Clinton and John McCain, Barack Obama is not yet defined. Jewish voters have had a chance to look at John McCain for decades. And yes, there's an endorsement by Hagee and some other people that may cause brief concern, but they know John McCain, they know how he's voted, they know that he's been a loyal supporter of Israel. They don't know how Barack Obama is going to be, but they have heard that he's talking about direct talks with a man who says he wants to wipe Iran off the face of the earth. Jewish voters will be a problem moving forward for Obama.